Well, hello there. I'm Allie, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you like readings of Reddit posts, creepypastas, scary stories, or SCPs, you've come to the right place. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, read the description and stick around to the end of the video to know where else to find me and how you, yes you, can support the channel. Now, let's get on to the narration. I work at a seemingly normal pet store somewhere in the desert, and we've got anything you need, from dog food through beds and all the way up to Bigfoot. Due to popular demand, I'm coming back with some more stories about the things that we keep here. It's good to know that there are other people who care about our precious cryptids just like we do. Also, to avoid misunderstandings, I should mention that some of the cryptids are not exactly straight up cryptids, but they kind of fall into another category, such as mystical creatures or maybe just creatures from folklore. Nonetheless, they aren't publicly proven to be real, and we use the word cryptid as an umbrella term. Everything that has a legend behind it and is neither human nor animal is a cryptid. So, I already told you about our big and friendly Sasquatch, mermaids, rusalkas, and jackalopes. I'd say these are one of the easiest to maintain. With all the safety protocols, experience, and knowledge that we have, we don't really worry about getting killed, but getting hurt is definitely a threat. There are things out there that can do a lot to us, and we don't want to risk it. Luckily, they haven't hurt us yet, and I don't think they will. As long as we're not stupid, of course. Some of our cryptids are less friendly, though. Not particularly mean or evil, although we also have those, but just distant and grumpy in nature. Cave section, close enough to wooded area to be able to sprout a small forest, far away from potential victims and predators. The infamous Chupacabra. There is only one. We heard legends about a whole population of chupacabras, but they are false. And it's here with us. I wasn't here when he came, but I know the story well. The first sightings or reports started creeping in somewhere in early 1995. But we believe that he was around way longer than that. At first, no one was certain if it's something for us or if it's just a new species of animal or maybe an animal with unusual eating habits. More and more sightings happened, and it became clear that it's something more than just a canine. The investigation was the number one priority, as they weren't sure how far will the Chupacabra go and if it will soon start feasting on humans as well. It took quite some time, but they finally caught Al Chupacabra on the border of Puerto Rico in 1998. It was a hassle, and transporting him here took way longer than expected. It remained as one of the hardest transport interventions to this day. The descriptions that you find on the internet vary, and they're not too accurate. They get the idea, but always mess something up. The Chupacabra is the size of an average goat and the build of a well-kept German shepherd. It does indeed have a single row of spines all the way from its head to the tail, very sharp teeth, and a lizard-like tongue. Imagine a typical set of canine teeth, but longer, sharper, and some are doubled. The overall appearance is confusing. It does look like something, but at the same time it doesn't look like anything. It resembles a dog, sometimes even a kangaroo. From certain angles it looks like a monkey. It doesn't have fur, but it's not just bald skin. Maybe just a thick and extremely short fur? Maybe skin with millions of tiny and blunt spikes? It's not sharp to the touch, but it's also not fluffy. He walks on all fours, but can stand up and use his fronts to catch and hold things. He's sort of just jumps like a monkey, but when he runs like a dog. Big claws, forefingers, hind legs look like those that rabbits have, except uglier, with claws. Oh, and the tail has a little triangle at the end. For lack of a better example, the stereotypical devil tail. Our Chupacabra is a pain in the ass. He, or it, will never know how to address Chupi, so we just juggle between the two. Doesn't hate being here, he just likes to be nasty. He won't eat us or bite us, but he'll do everything to make our job harder. He's quite a loner, and is doing well on his own. But sometimes we let him play with another creature that we have here, and it seems like they get along pretty well. It obviously eats goats, and only goats, so we don't feed him anything else. But luckily one lasts for the whole week. Sometimes even longer when it's bigger and more meaty. All the alleged sightings after 1998 are proven to be false, and or the witness saw something that looked similar. A sick coyote, perhaps? All the attacks also has been just other animals. There is only one Chupacabra. A lot of you asked about Mothman as well, so I decided to mention him briefly. He's not here currently, but he belongs to Underneath. We thought about his case for years, and at the end we came to a conclusion that he'll be better off on his own. We wouldn't be able to keep him here, and to be fair, we don't want to. He doesn't harm anyone and anything. He can easily avoid getting caught or even being spotted, so there's no direct danger. We would also have an issue with his cell, as he doesn't really live in a specific location. So we just decided to keep an eye on him from a distance. Monitor the sightings and reports coming up on him and let him be. He's a very understanding creature. He basically has a brain of an adult human and is really smart. He can read and understand us, but he can't really communicate well. He doesn't talk and doesn't write on paper, although he can write a word or two in the sand with his finger. We left a letter for him with a small tracking device attached, hoping he'd understand. And he did. We also left instructions where to find us, and surprisingly he came and let us put it on him. It doesn't affect his life in any way, so don't worry. It lets us know where he is, that's all. We have a whole-ass Mothman program going on, and he has his own separate set of files. He's definitely special. Nothing like I've seen before. Recently, we got a few reports and calls from Maine, Iowa, and Ontario that sparked some conversations. We thought we'd never get those again. It's dark, but I thought I should share it nonetheless. Years ago, we were on a hunt for wendigos in North Minnesota, and it didn't go too well. It killed some folks that wandered too far into the woods, so we had to intervene. Those bastards are known to be very dangerous and hard to get, but it was our duty to respond. We geared up and set off to find them. We knew it might not go according to plan, but we had to try. After a day of searching, we found a cave full of dead bodies, or should I say remains of dead bodies, bones and dried blood. We knew we had the one because of the smell that could belong only to a wendigo. We got the hell out of there, so we wouldn't get caught, and decided to split up into two groups, settle on both sides of an area with a pond, and wait for the creatures to show up. It was the only source of water near the cave, so they did indeed show up. A horrible sight. They're the creepiest looking things out there. I'm sure all of you know how these bastards look like, so I'll skip the description. All I'm gonna say is that all of them have antlers. Anyway, two of them came and they were huge. We waited for a while, but before we got to do anything, they figured out we were there. We did not expect that. The protocol says that in case of being spotted, you must drop everything and save yourself. That's what we did. We ran. We had flamethrowers with us in case they got too close, and we were getting ready to use them when we heard one of them scream. You will know a Wendigo scream when you hear one. We knew that this might be our last day on the job. They were chasing us, and they are fast. They caught up pretty quickly, and we knew we had to get rid of them before they get rid of us. We stopped and burned them right then and there. 2 more seconds and I wouldn't be writing this right now. It was the worst hunt I've ever been on. It left some of the troops speechless for days. We didn't want to talk to each other for a while, and all of us got a month-long vacation with a possibility to prolong it. We don't hunt for Wendigos anymore. Luckily, there were only 2 and we didn't get any more calls. Up until now. We still don't know what to do. We could maybe deal with Maine, but 2 more places? No way. We're having meetings and we're trying to come up with a solution. But for now, going out there is the last thing on the list. Fortunately, no one died yet, so we have our hopes up. But we know we can't just wait for them to start killing. We all know, but no one wants to talk about it. We're aware though. So if any of you live close to those areas, please do not go camping, do not stay out at night, and do not leave your animals outside. Wendigos will kill you, and there's no way to escape without burning them. Sorry to end on such a sad note, but I thought it would be good to warn you. I have a lot more stories to tell, some recent ones that aren't as grim. So stay tuned. I'm glad so many of you are interested. I told one of the girls from the unit that deals with mermaids to tell them about the love they got, and they were super happy. I think they started collecting pearls for all of you. Oh, I got a private message from someone with a donation for some snacks for our Bigfoot, and when we gave them to him, he was also very pleased. Thank you for the message. Big One also says thank you for the snacks. I'll be back with more stories soon. Hey guys, Ali here. Thanks for sticking around this far into the video. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, check out the description so you can follow my social media and find out how you can support the channel. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next upload. Bye!